Yeah, because I
Yeah.
have this like DT wants attention.
She's saying I'm a bad uh what's the recording gonna be? Can I
No, don't worry,
guess?
don't worry. It's just like for my friends, but also
Oh,
not
perfect.
like just like chill friends.
Okay. Anyway, she's a bad bitch. That's what she's trying to say because she has a ball in her mouth. She's like, I'm a bad bitch and I'm home with my mommy.
Is it though? Is it though?
It really is. It really is. She doesn't bark unless there's a ball in her mouth
Right.
and she feels special.
Ah, okay. So it's feeling
Yeah.
special. That's good. Just want to
Yeah.
make sure it's not her feeling annoyed.
Oh no, she doesn't bark when she's annoyed. She'll start jumping on me, or she'll keep like tapping near the door and saying like I gotta use the bathroom, but that's a lie.
True.
Yeah.
True, true, true.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
Not too bad. I wanted to ask you,
Uh-huh.
um, just like some high level ideas. So I mean, like I have a lot of these
Sure.
types of conversations with a lot of people, just
Okay.
like shooting the shit, but like also thinking about things and kind of just brainstorming, you know. It's
Yeah.
I would say it's like productive shooting the shit. You know, it's
Okay.
still shooting the shit, but
Yeah.
it's like in this kind of area of like, oh yeah, let's shoot the shit in this area type of thing. So that's kind of like
Okay.
what I like to do with my friends and people I met, like colleagues and everything. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Alice, like we haven't actually got to do this. So that's like I'm like,
I'm honored. Thank
yeah.
you.
No, no, no. Don't say that. Don't that definitely you're the creme of the creme de la crop. What is that? Is that how
Oh,
you say it?
you're so sweet. I don't
Of the
know French, but it
I
sounds
don't know
good
it
to
either.
me.
It just sounded like yeah, like you
I
get what I was
know
trying to
it's
say though.
I know
Yeah.
it's like creme de la something. It don't
Some
matter.
of
Creme de la
something,
creme
right?
something. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm yeah, what do you think research is going to be like in 10 years
Um,
or like
I
in the
think
future?
I think it'll be more inclusive. I'll say
Hmm.
that. Cuz like I feel like a lot of the like when you research like maybe like studies or something like that, they're pretty dated and
Hmm.
usually people still use those to make, current decisions. But like the testers and sometimes even participants, usually the data sometimes isn't like maybe like
It's like
representative of an actual population, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So like, and also I think it does make a difference when more diverse people are included inside the research, because there's a whole interpretation part of research where okay, like I think I was listening to a podcast and this lady was talking about how she started doing user experience research in her company, and they were banks and they were trying to, or yeah, I think they were trying to figure out, how could they improve the experience for users. And like one of the things that like she pointed out was that like Black or African American, I think like clients or customers, um, there was like an extra security measure for them or in those communities especially. Um, but like what the data saw was that like I don't know, like I can't remember what the exact statistic was or like even what the grouping was. It was like something to do with like there are not as many clients or they're not saving as much using our bank or like something like that. And like people were like, well, um I don't like I think they were thinking about like very little things like maybe we could, marketing that's more generalized. And then the lady was like, well, if you look around the neighborhoods of where you have these banks, sometimes they're really far away from the neighborhoods of these certain populations. Or and then she pointed out like um and also if you look at how the customer walks in through the door before they've even talked to a teller or anything like that, I don't know what the security thing was, but there's like an extra Oh no, I think when they're leaving or something, it was a grocery store. That's what it was. When they were leaving the grocery store, there was like a security measure or something like that that they had to do, and that deterred a lot of people from even wanting to go into the grocery store or something like that. Um, so
Yeah, and
like
it's like a loop, a vicious cycle, these things, right? It's like,
exactly.
like you start with those assumptions and then then you don't build banks in the right neighborhoods, and then like if you don't build banks in the right neighborhoods, and how are people going to
Hmm.
deposit stuff? And then like that kind of like, you know,
Exactly. Yeah,
loops,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So how are we going to do that? How are we going to make research inclusive? Or at least like what do you think are
I
ways
think
to
I
like,
think it starts with like hiring more diverse
yeah.
people, and not in a way that you're gonna use certain criteria that you would use for people who have already like one in the system. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know about UX research, and honestly, if even if I did, I probably would have never gone into the field, um just because like I don't know, like I've never met people who get hired, and most likely, even if being honest to you, if I didn't start where I started at Curie, I probably wouldn't have gotten hired. Um, so it's like when you notice things like that, you realize, okay, there's a um like it's I don't know if it's fair, or or maybe people just don't know about it, like
Uh-huh.
it just needs to be more people who are included, and maybe they don't come from the research background or something like that. Maybe it's just someone who's really intuitive in the office that you noted, like how I did it. That's
Yeah.
like I think that's like one way to help, because I
Huh.
think everyone I'm I'm not trying to say UX research is easy, but I think some people are like intuitive about other people,
Mm-hmm.
um and like I noticed with Jill, she has a lot of really good suggestions and stuff like that. I could honestly, if she wasn't writing or whatever she'd be doing, she'd be an awesome like researcher as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um so like I think just noticing people around you, and maybe just like, hey, do you think you would want to work, or like do you think you can try this out for a little bit, see if that's something that you want to do. I think one of the things that I really like about Curie is that like KK was really invested in like pushing me into like growth positions, and like pushing me to try a lot of different things, and just also like checking in to see like, okay, is it good or not good, or what's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
I can say that's like, I think that could be more encouraged. Um, yeah.
Wow, respect to KK for that. That's
Hmm.
actually like like rare, like straight
Hmm.
up rare,
Yeah.
right? So like yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like that's good stuff.
I I definitely wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for KK. I know that for sure.
Hmm. Okay, so you mentioned, let's see,
Sorry.
no
Just
worries.
more inclusivity,
Uh-huh.
through like, either just opening doors for people who maybe didn't go the normal route, and just
Hmm.
maybe have um something, something that they can contribute, they have the talent for, but maybe they didn't know about it. Also specifically looking for more diversity. There are social groups, there are whole organizations like available to help companies, diversify, and help them find people who are um minorities, in all types of different ways. So
Hmm.
um yeah, I think those kind of things help, and making user experience research like educating people that it's like actually a career field, or this is something that you can do. I didn't hear, honestly, I didn't hear a lot of software jobs. Like it was like engineering, like if you can code. I thought if you originally, to be honest, I thought designers were also the ones who coded and like did the tests and stuff. So it was like I've learned a lot just from being with people who live, breathe, and like, yeah, this is what they do.
That's great. That's actually impressive. I gotta say, like, gotta take a moment for that's like, holy crap. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like crazy growth trajectory. Yo, we're gonna be
Yeah.
CEO one day, eh? Remember me.
Ah, nah.
Remember, remember
I
me
see
when you're
what they're
CEO one
dealing
day.
with. Oh man. Oh, I see what they're dealing with. I like a chill lifestyle. I'm like, let me get my money in order, make some smart investments, move to a different country, and have my little farm.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Forgot about
Yeah.
that. That's the grand plan, right? But let's say you
Yeah.
got that done. Let's say like okay, let's say kind of like 10, 15 years down the road, you've done that, you have some nice whatever property, wherever it's nicer and better and like higher quality of life.
Yeah.
Um, and now the world of business calls you back. Like what's something that you want to make? Like it's random. Like
Honestly,
this is a
yeah.
tough one. This is actually like a tough one.
No, actually, I think about this quite a bit, to be
Oh,
honest.
whoa,
Um,
okay, okay.
Not about like
That's how
what
you
I
know.
would.
That's how you know.
No, not like what I would be in like the next 15 years or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, I've just the thoughts that I had from high school to where I am now, just like I couldn't even say they were opposite. They've been opposite, going this way, going that way. So like I'm just leaving it open to the wind of like just following,
Mhm.
saying yes to opportunities and
Right, TT?
looking for different opportunities. Yeah, I know she's you too much sometimes. Anywho, but also like so like what I think about a lot is like I think about like people who are forgotten in society, like like why are there so many veterans who are homeless? Like those
Yeah.
types of things. So like for me, I think it's just about like improving work conditions for just everyone. I think a company should grow equitably with like people who have been there for the longest. If maybe the janitor started
Yo, let me know when this veteran homelessness company of yours or
I
organization starts
I
up.
don't
Please, please.
I
Yo,
don't
let me
know.
know, please. Please sign
I
me
don't
up.
I The
At
only
your
issue
service.
is I am exhausted. I don't know,
That's
like
true.
social
That's true.
justice is exhausting, and it's like when you're the first person to do something, there's so many roadblocks.
Hmm.
So like it's one of those things where I'm just like it would be I think I'd have to find my own way into it. I don't know. It's open to the doors, but I would love to just give people of everybody an opportunity to just have be able to live in the place in the area that they work, like be able to live, not just survive. They can take vacations, they can and that's from like the janitor on up, because I don't think like what are people doing with billions of dollars, like one individual. Like to me
Right.
it's nuts when there's like so many like
What would
or
you
like you
do with
see.
billions of dollars?
I wouldn't
But
I
what
wouldn't
would you
have
do?
it.
Like let's say you have it right now. Sorry,
Ugh,
you
yeah.
just got burdened with this cash.
Oh,
You gotta deal with
more
it now.
money, more problems. That's
Uh-huh.
that's what I'm always thinking.
Hmm.
Um,
All right.
but I
Gotcha. You got
think
a
what
billion dollars. What are you doing?
I'm definitely starting some companies. I don't care what it is. We can be selling tissue paper. I don't really care. We can sell toilets. But just giving ordinary people an opportunity to live their best life. Like if I could
Yeah, I
start like
feel
a
that.
Walmart chain
Hmm.
and all those workers are able to live their fullest lives, take vacations, have kids, and they can have retirement funds, all of those types of things. Just like the impact in that community would be spectacular, because a lot of people are just stressed from needs, not from wants, but from
Hmm.
needs, and then they make dumb decisions off of not having what they need, like medical insurance, or not even medical insurance, not even being able to like afford even after the insurance kind of kicks in, because a lot of these companies pay like what, like $100 or like $50, maybe $25. Sometimes they don't contribute, or I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
I just feel bad that there are so many good people who are like working and actually making these companies amazing because they go the extra mile. They clean the shelves extra well, even though maybe people don't notice because there's always like piles of stuff on it. But like, those little things make a lot of difference in the larger scheme of a company. And those people never have the opportunity to really live full lives. Like, you shouldn't have to be a business person to afford to live. I feel like a grocery clerk is just as valuable in society as the CEO or a billionaire, and they should be treated just as valuably, like,
Okay, Miss
yeah,
President.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, 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 100%.
Yeah.
Like what, like honestly, what you said about like just, I mean, the fact that you took like, okay, I said you got $1 billion and you still spun it to like, okay, what can I do for people? That says a lot, obviously. And I feel like not that it was about that, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're gonna be much more successful in business when you find it or it finds you, which is gonna be like, I want front row seats to that, by the way. But like
Oh,
whenever that happens, I feel like it's gonna happen really well because like the world needs more people um who are like looking after communities, you know? Like
yeah.
the stuff that I see posted on like Twitter and LinkedIn, it's like very like it's like VC circles just
Mm-hmm.
caring about raising money, like flashing this, flashing that, looking good,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just all of that, just like that kind of like kind of like the peak hyper capitalist American dream shit, like hyper capitalist American dream shit that
Yeah.
you see. Obviously, it's Canadian. It's all shared. I'm not saying
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
American. It's like North American,
Yeah.
but like
It's
what I
it's
mean.
worldwide.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
tell you about them
exactly.
Kikuyus in Africa. We don't play about our money.
True.
Yeah.
That's another interesting
It's
conversation too.
everywhere.
Because I feel like it's like a modified version, like
Yeah.
no, but like it's the same. It's like hyper capitalism. Yeah, I'd say like hyper
Yes.
capitalism is the same. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just lifeless. It does, like I can tell you, like if I like definitely if I raised money in the
Yeah.
VC world, 100%, I don't care. I know this sounds really bad and like I'll probably have to figure this out later, but
Yeah.
I'm hiring all my friends. I'm hiring all my friends. All of them are getting jobs. My entire community, everyone's getting jobs. I'm not
That's
putting up
awesome.
yeah, like that's one thing I have to do, and I feel like that's not gonna people could criticize that one, but like I
No.
have to like it feels right,
I
especially
think like
because this yeah, go
go
on,
no
sorry.
no go ahead.
Especially because like some of these startups they don't really even like they still flop, and like if you're
Mm-hmm.
still gonna flop, then why not just like do it with the people that brought you there? And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there needs to be more community in the startup world, at least in the VC kind of intense world that I see. But yeah,
That would actually be like awesome. I think charity and helping others starts from home anyways. So, you know, if you're helping everyone but like your friends and family are suffering, like,
yeah,
you
exactly,
know, what's the
exactly.
for me, like, what's the there is value in it, but like, I love my
It's not
people.
real. It's not like it, and
Yeah.
it's not sustainable too.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Because those people feed you, like they're the ones that pour into you when you're
yeah.
feeling, from as life
Pour
takes stuff
into you. I
out of
love
you.
that.
Yeah.
Like pour into you is like really great. Like yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, um, but yeah, like charity starts from home. So I think that's an awesome like idea and plan. I got a question for you now. So if you
Shoot
had
it.
$1 billion, what you doing with that money?
100%. I'm like, just probably gonna retire my parents first. 100%.
Yeah.
Like get a new car, get my mom a new car, take my dad off work,
Yeah.
and then we'll start thinking. But like, it's just that stuff. It's just family stuff. It's not like anything flashy. I could do that first.
That's
And I
flashy.
mean,
What you talk about? That's flashy. To be able to like tell your parents like, yo, chill. I
mhm,
got it. And
mhm,
like make sure that your parents are good. Like honestly, sometimes those things are the most valuable in life. I don't know.
mhm.
Like I feel like that's everything. Because a lot of people get themselves the fancy chain, get out of shit, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah, but
well,
that's
I'm
coming
just gonna get
shortly after. I'm
this.
just kidding.
Yeah. Well,
So
you know you
hopefully we
gotta
make
pour
many
into
millions.
yourself.
Exactly. You gotta, what's
Yeah.
it called? You gotta pamper yourself, you know? You
Yeah.
gotta self-care.
It's a delicate balance, you know?
That's
You
it.
gotta love you enough that's good, but not too much
Mhm.
that's all you care about.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, last question is, okay, this has to be like a fun one. I had like a research related one, but I'm like, boo.
No, give me a research related one.
Okay, I'll give you two. I'll give you a research related
Okay.
one, and then I'll try and think of a fun one after that. Okay.
Okay.
Research related one is realistically,
Mm-hmm.
right? On current trajectory,
Mm-hmm.
where do you see um where do you see the company in 5 years? 5 years.
Oh
I guess that's work related though. Yeah,
no,
I'm gonna have to take this. I'm gonna take okay, how about this?
that's a tough question.
Where do you see you in 5 years? Okay, I'll say that.
Um, I think for me in 5 years, well, I'll tell
Why?
you what I
This is
want.
so boring. This is so boring.
No,
Why?
no,
Fine.
it's a
Okay, tell
good
you
one.
what you
I've
want.
been
Okay,
thinking
go for
about
it.
it.
Let's do it.
I think personally, like I want to own my own home, have a few babies.
Jeez, a
But
few
most
babies.
important, yeah,
How
you
many?
gotta pop. Oh, who knows? Me and Kelvin off of birth control is like is we gonna be popping them babies out. We gonna
Nice,
have to
nice.
figure it out.
We gotta
Anywho, we gonna have to figure it out. Cause self control is not it. So like, yeah, I predict a few babies. We'll aim for one, but probably get two.
That's jokes. I mean, that's not as many as I thought. I think though, like the way you said, I'm like, whoa, like
No, I
four,
say
five,
minimal.
six. I'm like, yo.
Who knows? But
Oh,
he has two already. So like
true,
with
true. Yeah,
mine it'll
it's gonna be a
be
big
like
family.
four.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we
Nice.
still
Oh,
have to
that's
get
gonna
the
be fun.
big. Yeah. Yeah. No, they're a lot of fun. And then I think another thing is like I would want to be either like running my own business or like on the verge of like having some very sustainable and dependable income outside of like a regular 9 to 5 job.
Mm,
Yeah, I think my world in 9 to 5 jobs is it's rough. Like
yeah.
it's like all of those meetings and
Yeah.
you gotta work when you're at home still. And to be honest, like
And you're drained.
what are you growing to and who are you pouring
Yeah.
all of this energy and
Mm-hmm.
things to? It's to corporate America. And I mean, I know that there's like lots of great companies that, you know, like do great things that like they provide a lot of great products and stuff. But I think for my health and happiness and stuff, I wouldn't want to be working 9 to 5 jobs for more than like 10 years. I'd love to be kind of venturing out of that, having some little businesses here and there, just doing other things.
Hmm. That's gonna be a
But
fun chapter for sure. I mean, it
yeah.
could find its own challenges too, obviously. Like
Oh
I've
yeah.
tried to kind of venture into that world and I got burned a
Yeah.
little bit on my tip of my finger. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
learn and like get better at it.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just,
it sounds
there's
it sounds
definitely a high learning curve because like just looking at my mom starting her own home care, oh man, she's, I don't know when the next time she's gonna be able to like get a vacation, you know. And at
yeah.
this point she's tapping out of like friends and family, you know.
Hmm.
So it's like it's tough out there in the business world, and it's a, I say like 9 to 5 is gonna require a lot of work, but like owning your own business is like twice as much work. You got to
Yeah.
do the regular stuff, and then you got to do the businessy stuff, and you're responsible for all of it. Those are a lot of hard choices and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I also don't like pouring into. I want to pour into myself. I want to create like a legacy for like for my name, not just for my name, but for my kids. Something like in the 50 years, like they don't really have to worry about like maybe working that much. They could
Whoa.
choose to just, you know, be trust fund babies, and I'm happy with that, you know? Hopefully they're good people though. I don't want to fuck them
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
you know?
There better be good people. Mine too,
Yeah.
if they're in that situation, or they're gonna get slapped for sure, 100%. That's an
Oh,
easy situation because like, yeah. But anyway,
it's
that's like
but it's yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
that's a great thought. No, no,
Yeah.
no. That's a great thought.